Karen, number 1024, kicks Tami in the shin. And Hussein Obama's old neighbor from Kenya. I am Melton, son of Carpenter Mary. Dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom Mary Ann. I am the son of a carpenter Mary. I get to make parables. And this is my parable series about Tami, the no-harm Chinese fellow. How did he get to be missing both arms? Being blindly obedient, part of a management test, a loyalty test. His boss Boo told him to stick his right arm into a wood chipper. What chips up the limbs on the street? He stuck the right arm in, the left arm saw what was going on, lefty wisely jumped off. Didn't want to end up like writing. My parables are often wrapped in symbolism. Don't let anything bad happen to you once you see it happen to somebody who's just like you. They're the right arm till you bend the left arm. Jump off. Tami, however, got a promotion. He's bossing a whole lot of folks around. He's also won his girlfriend's heart. Snaked his way in between Maria and whoever she was dancing with. He does a mean snake dance now. Snaked his way in between her and whoever she was with. Been there ever since. He is at work for this parable, though. This particular parable. He's bossing a whole lot of folks around. He's got a lot on his plate today. He sent one of his employees over to the Cat's Got Your Tongue and wanting some more to get the bucket. Orientals love cats and dogs. No, not as pets. As dinner. Ask them if they're honest. They'll tell you. And that reminds me, when the Mormons come to knock on your door, at their case in your neighborhood, you make a video of your family's hijacked lifeline in front of them. And also when Spectrum comes to install your cable, ask them, why are you treasonous? Why are you attempting to overthrow the government by actively being involved in America's hijacked lifelines? That's a question that could be asked of a lot of folks. Active in both hijacking your call to me for the past 9.5 years with the 9/11 Flight 93 check, not one of them breaching me. And no certified mail, no non-certified mail either. No FedEx, no UPS. You're going to mail me, make a video first, it's going to be stolen. That's how they can place someone named Hussein, that coward Muslim guy, in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, cowardly, deadly Hussein'S. They don't name them Hussein unless they're Muslim. And he's cowardly by his own religions, his violent religion standards, because he can't even stand up for what religion he's in. We'll get to that a little bit later, and I got to hurry now because I got some laminating to finish up. And I already switched. I kind of misstarted. So that's the new image. I'll show you the other image, and the card that goes along with it. That's a different image from the same photo. Oh, I like this one. You're writing on the tree. You got a nice tree. I can put your name right there on the bark, the trunk. Well, I guess it's the bark too. Anyway, Tami has a lot on his plate today. He's bossing a whole lot of folks around. He's got a lot of stuff going with the Karens. Yes, he started with just 5 Karens. I don't know why you are funny looking. Let's see if I can straighten you out a little bit. Started with just 5 Karens, and he's grown to over 5,000 of them. And he's got 20 in and out of the shoes. This is streets, unseen business stuff. I always tell you where it ends. It ends when you try to call me, 424-229-4140. Can't reach me, and have no idea when else your phone won't be allowed to work. And you can tell Mr. Network News Anchor or any reporter, everything's fake news. Compared to my family's life, I'm not working and you're not covering that. We the people must be reporters do that. 424-229-4140. Make that video, post that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me. So yeah, let me get that in about the Karens. He's got 20 of them, and unfortunately, one of the Karens, the bloodline one of the bloodline ones, one of the more important ones. She went for a midnight snack and she kind of stumbled, and in the dark, she ran her shin into the coffee table. She got a big bruise. And Tami says, well, all of them got to have that, because if Wu stops by and he sees the bloodline Karen there, the more important one with the bruise, and none of the others have the bruise, he's going to hit the ceiling. So Leah's got the job, and a lot of the Karens rub her the wrong way. Oh, if you can't get into our street fiction, it's all over our street fiction, guys. Pick up your phone, make that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me, that's serious stuff, that's real stuff. That occurs in the real world. You got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed, that's phone gate. That's what all reporters are not covering right now. You got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. If it's erased on your side, I don't know. If it's erased on my side, yeah, I make a video. I haven't gotten one in 9 years. Made a video the past 2 years of every call to and from this phone making the video. And no, not one. In 9 years of asking, no 93 checks. Make that video, post that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me, certified email if you want. Make a video first. Now, our fun stuff, it's fiction. Whole bunch of folks taking turns being one person. Come on. But never, that's why I always say, my off the wall, my funny stuff, my son of Mary stuff, my mean stuff, my fire and brimstone stuff, it all ends. When you pick up that phone, you see your family's life, I'm not allowed to work, and you got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed, you made a video. Those worried enough about that, worried enough about getting caught, hijacking America's lifelines, they're that worried that they're altering phone records to cover it up. That means it could be a news story. Otherwise, they wouldn't be worried about that. It means it is a news story when you make that video. When I had it on a DVD. It's a DVD label, both of those. Make that video of very real stuff and play along. Pick up your phone. It's your street resume. You don't have to worry about making to the evening news unless it's supposed to be there. And if it's supposed to be there, you damn sure been making those videos. Now I got a lot I want to put in, and it's already up to 8 minutes. So Tami has Leah. Once again, she doesn't like a lot of the Karens. Tami says to each of those 20 Karens that comes into the work there, their office, he says, Leah wants to talk to you. I don't know what for. Go see her. And she goes in there, the Karen, and Leah walks up. She says, "You've been doing a really good job. We're proud of you." And she hauls off and kicks her in the shin. And one of the Karens, Karen 1024 to be specific, she hauls off and kicks Leah back in the shin there. And she said, "Why'd you kick me?" And she explained, well, Tami says we have to. The bloodline Karen has a bruise on her shin. And Karen 1024 says, well, how stupid is he? We just wear long pants. Once again, Tami's not the brightest. And yes, Karen 1024 goes out and kicks Tami in the shins. And if you've ever seen a guy with no arms jumping around and wanting to grab his shin like because it's been kicked, yeah, you're in for a treat. When he finally stops dancing around, Mia has something for him. It's an ongoing thing now because of them stealing all of my videos and photos from the day before yesterday that I had processed yesterday and then literally stole on a computer that's not connected to the internet. No, that's not street fiction. Literally stole it. I had, not only that, the Flickr did not back up properly. I've got it automatically backing up. But sometimes it will not back up the longer Tamis, but no problem. I got a YouTube for that. I just download it, except YouTube's not allowed to download that. Doesn't have that feature anymore. Looked all over that screen, and yes, it's folks worried enough about that. There's some nice. This one stretched a little, but it still looks good. A lot of the 4.75 by 4.75 are stretched, but hey, they still look pretty good. The 4x6s often are prepared so that they're not stretched the way the photos are. Here's an example. If it would be stretched there, the buildings would be fatter. If it were a paper DVD label like those are. Now, where was I? I distract myself sometimes. I really shouldn't have this reverse camera because there's a handsome bald guy right there and he is looking sharp. Oh, Leah. Or is it Mia? Mia has been online, and yes, it was over. The stealing of the day's photos and videos and not being able to download from YouTube or Flickr. Only having they squared up, I think. At least that's the way it looked there. But it's nice to have it. It's got the audio and all that, but it's MP4 and it's backed up automatically on the phone. I have to clear it off every once in a while. That's a good thing it was there, otherwise I'd lost them completely. So I'm done with the laminating. Let me show you these as I finish up. Mia has been part of erasing Hussein'S past. Yes, I always thought it was bad taste placing someone named Hussein in the highest office in the world right after we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Hussein'S. Remind me to put cowardly on both sides of that attack. And I put one parable, made that parable, and that's one of the ones that got stolen. And can't be backed up. I'll have to redo it better. I made a video of the audio. I made a video of the MP4 backed up by Instagram there. But yeah, I'll have to redo it better. Ron, not his real name, is a federal agent. And he tells Susan, who's covering this for the Immaculate Network, she's a reporter, but they're not going to cover this. So she's covering for the Immaculate Network. And Ron tells her that, yes, we were following. We were watching the Jet Set Hussein and his ties to terrorist groups and yes, it is that Osama rumor kind of stuff where I haven't had one comment in 9.5 years with that either, so yeah, I'm assuming it's true. I'll put them side by side, Osama bin Laden, Barack Hussein Obama, and check out the eyes real close, and please don't be a hater. They're mixing things up all around nowadays, all around the planet, and yes, Hussein Obama grew up in Africa, Kenya to be precise. And here's a good place to put this in. Yeah, after I lost 80 pounds with those genetic wounds, whole mean looking stuff, I spent some time in the convalescent hospital from health. Spent some 70 plus days in the Good Samaritan Hospital, a nice place with a few bad apples. And then I spent a year and a half in convalescent hospital from hell, African convalescent hospital, meaning all of the employees are from Africa. And the tag on the gowns they had there, until I could get my my shirts back. The tags on the, I'm checking for addresses. I tried to cover stuff up, and yeah, not one call, one of those 93 check calls during that year and a half at the convalescent hospital through the convalescent hospital. I'm a resident there. They could call me. No one was able to. Part of the show that plays someone with a terrorist sounding name in our White House. But yeah, I think I'd better get at 16 minutes. Mia is in charge of covering that up. It's inspired by, yes, the parable. I remade it kind of yesterday. The parable with Tami put in charge, and the good news is Tommy's put in charge of a lot of folks, especially you guys in those positions, to notice that or have that. You, by all means, make sure you make copies of that stuff, whatever it is, and you also make videos and photos of it. Because somebody's worried as hell about that. I don't have them just steal complete folders off, and it was because of that Ron, the federal agent, and he said we covered him, whatever he was doing that was suspicious, up until they told us not to, because they're going to place him in the White House. Then he goes on to tell Susan, who's going to be covering this for the Immaculate Network. Yeah, that was before they had the election, that they told us they were going to be placing him. Guys, you don't have to believe any of my funny Osama rumor. I didn't start it. I just made the video series about it. You don't have to believe any of my mean stuff or funny stuff. I'll tell you where it ends when you pick up that phone and I don't get one 9/11 Flight 93 check and 9 years of asking. You make that video right now, and for all of you who know stuff, you get out there on the Immaculate Network. We the people have a right, a responsibility to do that. What you know, and as I always say, pick up your phone, 424-229-4140. Make a video of Osama bin Laden's son hijacking your lifeline as you try to call me, and you not knowing when else you won't be allowed to work. Whatever boring thing you get, guys, phone ringing, error message, busy signal, it's not going to be boring if you need the firemen, the police, the paramedics. And every day it's money out of your pocket. You get that boring thing when you're calling up countless of the customers, phone ringing, error message, busy signal, you get to leave a message, I don't get it, they don't get it. So that Gates or Google or anyone who is the big name in their business, whatever business you have, can get the business, even though they're not its owners. Just notice that. Even though they're not the big name in your business. So I got both cards in. That's a nice coincidence. Make that video, whatever you get. When you don't get me, post it. And yes, Mia has told Tami that she came across something, the phone books. She's going over the phone books online in Kenya, Africa. Yeah, once again, that's where the tags on the convalescent hospital from hell, smocks, whatever they call them, came from. And yes, a lot of the folks there who worked there came from there. So it's the same as me living in Hussein'S, Arabia, because it's the only place I could live in. The only ones could reach me by phone or mail, that kind of thing. With that Saudi Arabian cleric, is that what they call him? Jetting off to Saudi Arabia just before they placed that cowardly traitor terrorist in our White House. Remember, pick up your phone. You can't reach me. Somebody is hijacking your lifeline, and it's not being news. It's very organized crime. Make a video for the People's Network, for the Immaculate Network. Now, this is what the eyes is medical research being passed by as well. That's as well as your hijack lifeline or hijack business. I should be making money designing graphic art. You should have a customer when you call me. You don't. You don't know how many other customers you don't have. This is a dark brown eyes from about 9 years ago. Started changing in 1996. These are from about 5 years ago with the ring there. And as I'm rolling to the bathroom, I'll tell you about Tami's solution for Mia, and right down the street from Hussein in Africa, where he grew up during those formative years to be closer to his dad. Right down the street is a O.B. Laden. And not a lot of folks have phones, especially in Africa back in that day, for sure, I'm sure. And Tami said, if they get a hold of this with the Immaculate Network, what they're going to do? Here's what I want you to do. Change, right in there, change the O to a Q. And we'll put it in the Wall House in Kenya, Africa. We'll go through the phone books. And it's really easy to just put a little mark, and it's a QB lot. Apparently he's a football player or something. These are the eyes now. Sometimes more white, that brown part there. And that outer brown circle, the smaller brown eyes that you saw in the second photo was from 5 years ago, disappeared. I can't see it anymore, at least not with this. Both eyes changing. Sometimes they'll be more brown, sometimes they'll be less brown. The doctors I have, or have had, at least USC Cake Medicals, the old doctors, I know I may end up with them again. Dr. Mees is down the street, they can't talk about the change in eyes. You don't even bother if you want to ask them about Stone Cold, John Melton Brady. Stone Cold's a nickname, Stone Cold premieres the parentage. You don't even bother, you just ask them, how do you reach this man by phone? 424-229-4140. You can tell whether they're honest, hard-working doc, or someone actively involved, because they'll get angry. They'll have a story to tell. If they're involved in that organized crime, that has not let that be obvious news. In 9.5 years, it ought to be immediate news, shouldn't it? If they're calm and say, well, that's stupid, you should be able to reach the man. Yeah, well, they're not involved, they're just unable to talk about the eyes. Come see me, have wit, will travel, show me the perfect place to build. Jesus says, immaculate house here on earth, best people to start building with. And yes, we're just going to be a running thing because they stole the damn day's worth. Erasing Hussein'S past. Come see me, I got to turn it off, it's 23 minutes. Way too much. Come see the man with the great wall of evil around him that has just him, me, and all of this imagery on me and those changing eyes. And let's get started building a better world. When you see someone other than me, my changing eyes and that big collection, that's going to grow in another week, 2 weeks. This is the 23rd, a little over a week. We started building. We see someone other than me and my changing eyes on this chest. We started building. Until then, make sure you spread the word. Here's to make sure it doesn't happen again. They were a lot worried about that, even though he can't be impeached anymore. Ask this question: is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? Let me check. I'll try to call John Melton Brady. And when you can't reach me, that's your family's lifeline. You make a video of being hijacked, you got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. Those hijackers you call worried enough about it to alter phone records. Come see me in person. All cops of the police station's phone, all firemen of the fire station's phone, all soldiers of the military base's phone, and each other's phone. I hope I got everything in. If not, I'll try to edit tomorrow. Come see me. You can make these parables with me, and yes, tear down the great wall of evil. See someone other than me, and let's get started on those 1,000 points of light. Jesus is immaculate house. You can call an opportunity house you want to inspire the future and the present to greatness with. Protect those houses with truth. It means you make a video of something incredibly stupid, like the cowardly Hussein being placed in a White House.